Hi guys, so for this video I'll be using homespun lime brand yarn in 3 different colors, and I'll be using knitting needles in size 8. You don't have to use circular needles, but I am using because I find it much easier to work with them. But I'll start here by making a sample, because I can't make this whole thing on the camera because it will take forever. We'll be using a garter stitch for this project. So I'll start by making a slip knot. So I'll knit all the stitches throughout this row. So now that we knitted all the stitches throughout row 1, I'll turn my work around, and for row 2 I'll knit all the stitches again.
Votre toast, je peux vous le rendre, Seigneur, Seigneur.
So now that I knitted row 2, it looks like I have only one row of garter stitch. So now I will cut this yarn, then I'll use yarn in different color. I'll make a knot. Just like that. And then for row 3, again I'll repeat row 1. So I'll knit all the stitches throughout this row. This completes row 3. Now for row 4 I'll turn my work around. Then again for row 4 I'll repeat row 1. So I'll knit all the stitches throughout this row. So this completes row 4. In order for our rows to look neat like this, we need to make sure to join a new yarn only on this side where we see these yarn tails. Otherwise our work will look like this. It still doesn't look bad, but you can tell it's the wrong side. And now for row 5 again, I'll cut this yarn. I use yarn in the 3rd color. Then I'll make a knot. So now for row 5, I'll repeat row 1, so I'll knit all of these stitches. And this completes row 5. Now for row 6, I'll turn my work around just like that. And then I'll repeat row 1 again. So I'll knit all of these stitches throughout this row. And this completes row 6. So we repeat this until our work measures our desired length. So it's totally up to you how you like to mix and match these colors. So you need to knit 2 rows in order for it to look like a garter stitch, like 1 row of garter stitch. So here in the beginning I knitted 1 row of garter stitch with color A, 1 row of garter stitch with color B, 1 row of garter stitch in color C. And then I knitted 2 rows of garter stitch in color A, 2 rows of garter stitch in color B, 2 rows of garter stitch in color 3. And then I have 3 rows of garter stitch in color A, 3 rows of garter stitch in color B, 3 rows of garter stitch in color C. Then I have 4 rows of garter stitch in color A, 4 rows in color B, 4 rows in color C. Afterwards I have 4 rows of garter stitch in color A, 4 rows in color B, 4 rows in color C. Then I have 6 rows in color A, 6 rows in color B, and 6 rows in color C. By now our work will be super stretchy. So now to finish off this last row, I'll knit this next stitch, then I'll knit the next stitch. Now insert my left needle right here through this first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. I'll knit the next stitch. I insert my left needle through this first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch, insert the left needle through this first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch, insert the left needle through this first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch, insert the left needle through this first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. Knit the next stitch, insert the left needle through this first stitch and pass it over the second stitch. So we repeat this until we have only 1 stitch on our needle. So now that I have only 1 loop left, I'll chain 1 and then I'll cut this yarn. Now we will weave these ends in. So we're going to lay our work flat like this on the right side, and then we are going to fold this in half. So now we're going to measure 7 inches. I'll mark it right here. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you see this hole right here, this is where our arms are going to go. And this bottom part right here, we are going to sew. And then we repeat the same thing on this side. We'll measure 7 inches. And I'll mark the spot right here. Right here we're going to leave open. This is where our arms are going to go. And this bottom part right here we are going to sew. We'll repeat the same thing on the other side. We'll sew this bottom part, and then we'll leave this loop right here. So that is all for today, guys. Thanks for watching.